If you find massive water bodies strange and scary, we're here to show you that they actually are. So from thousands of alligators and huge snakes to humpback whales and strangest statues, here are things captured in a river that shocked the whole world. A giant snake. In southwestern Brazil, a group of fishermen decided to bother a huge anaconda on the Santa Maria River. They poked the snake with their wooden poles, causing it distress. The anaconda was swollen with a big meal, making it slow and vulnerable. Despite the danger, one man grabbed the snake by the tail and towed it back into the river, not once, but twice. The Brazilian authorities fined the group $600 each for their actions. The punishment serves as a warning for others to not engage in similar activities, which could harm protected wildlife. Thousands of alligators. Now let's step into a surreal world where hundreds of crocodiles rule the river. Imagine being chased by these fierce predators in an eerie waterway. A nightmare comes to life. But what happens when hundreds of crocs clear the way for a boat? A farmer watches in amazement as these dangerous creatures suddenly jump out of the water and run in a unified direction, fleeing from the helicopter flying overhead. The man who captured this shocking footage was left speechless. Hats off to the fearless pilot for making these terrifying reptiles cower in fear. Titan boa. Gone with the dinosaurs, the Titan boa was believed to be extinct as well. This species of snake was once the largest on Earth, according to science. However, a shocking video recently surfaced on the internet and took the world by storm, featuring what appears to be a living Titan boa on an island. It's hard to believe this footage is fake, leaving us to question what other ancient creatures may still be roaming the planet. A weird river. Have you ever seen water splashes in a river but can't spot the source? That's exactly what happened to these two people. The man was taking water out of his boat, and when he threw it into the river, the man and his wife, who was recording the whole thing, witnessed massive splashes. Where some folks speculate that it could be manatees, nothing is certain on this matter. Even if it were manatees, I would never go into that river ever again. Underwater spiders. Now, we aren't talking about any spiders, but the spiders which live in the water and breathe through their legs. Sounds weird, right? With their unique body design, they have a gut that runs the length of their body, allowing them to breathe without having to surface. These spiders are truly a marvel of nature, and their ability to thrive in an environment that is inhospitable to most other species is truly remarkable. A dead humpback whale. Have you ever heard of strange creatures turning up in unexpected places? Well, this story takes the cake. Imagine stumbling upon a beached humpback whale miles away from the Amazon River. It's a sight that seems impossible, yet it happened in Brazil. This 36-foot giant has left many scratching their heads in wonder. While scientists suggest it could have died in the water and been carried by high waves, the mystery of how it got there remains. The Amazon is known for its unusual happenings, but this one seems to be the weirdest of all. Alligators versus drone. The peaceful serenity of the swamp was shattered when a buzzing drone invaded the alligator's space. This ancient predator, known for its stealth and cunning, wasn't about to let the drone get away with its intrusion. Despite its initial attempts to reach the drone, it remained just out of reach. And the same happened with this alligator, who tried its best to get the drone, but couldn't. But not all drones are so lucky. In this case, the alligator proved to be the ultimate hunter, successfully taking down the drone and restoring peace to its swampy domain. Weird statues. At first, there were just two mystery figures, but now there are more sculptures around. If you stumbled upon these eerie figures without knowing what they were, you might be a little spooked. But trust us, this is really something special. The Gothic figures changed over time, adapting to the organic surroundings. This means that each time you visit, you might see a different sculpture. It's fascinating how the colors and textures change as the time passes. We never would have believed that these swamp people existed if it weren't for this amazing art exhibit. A huge anaconda. In this awe-inspiring video, a cop on a boat comes to the rescue of a giant anaconda that got trapped in some riverside branches after devouring a large animal. The officer from Brazil's Environmental Military Police uses a spade to free the massive 16.4-foot-long anaconda from its entanglement along the Iguatemi River. While it's unclear what the anaconda had consumed, in a past case, one was found to have swallowed a capybara, the largest known rodent. This video captures the sheer strength and power of these majestic creatures in the wild. A shark statue. The depths of the river hold more than just fish and plants, sometimes uncovering unexpected and eerie discoveries. Such was the case when a team of divers stumbled upon a giant creepy shark statue lying on the riverbed. Though its origins are unknown, it's clear that the statue has been submerged for quite some time and gave the divers quite the shock upon first sight. A Jason Voorhees statue. Get ready to be spooked, folks. While on a routine dive, the divers stumbled upon a horrifying sight: a statue of the infamous Jason Voorhees standing tall on the riverbed. With piercing eyes that seem to look right into your soul, this statue is sure to give you the chills. The divers were completely taken aback by the sight and couldn't believe their eyes. Who knows how long this statue has been lurking in the depths of the river? But one thing is for sure, it's not a sight you want to come across on your next dive. Stingray gives birth. It was a wild day out on the waves for a group of surfers who stumbled upon a stunning sight. As they were riding the waves, they spotted a pregnant stingray in the water. Without hesitation, they carefully pulled the ray out of the water, and to their surprise, the ray began giving birth. One by one, tiny little stingrays were thrown into the world. The surfers made sure the babies safely made their way back into the water, and then returned the mother to the sea where she could swim away with her new family. It was a heartwarming moment for everyone involved, and a unique experience they won't soon forget. Floating on a river. It's a scene that's equal parts amazing and frightening. 3 men standing on a piece of ice floating down a river. The piece of ice is strong enough to hold all 3 of them, but as they drift further and further away, it's impossible not to wonder if they make it out okay. The video was uploaded on YouTube and instantly went viral, gaining millions of views and leaving everyone who watched it in shock. With no way of knowing what happened to the men, all we can do is watch as they float down the river, clinging to the ice for dear life. Monkeys having fun. So this video is wild. It shows a group of monkeys in Florida doing what monkeys do best, having a good time.
It's raining monkeys!
These monkeys were seen jumping out of a tree and diving into the Silver River in Silver Spring State Park. It's a pretty amazing sight. There's over 20 of them just splashing around and having a blast. It's not every day you get to see a group of monkeys taking a swim, so it's definitely worth a watch. A bobcat. A video that recently went viral showed a bobcat make an incredible jump across a weir. The gap was huge, but the cat made it look like a piece of cake. It's rare to see a bobcat, but to see one doing stunts like this is even more uncommon. The video is sure to leave you in awe of the cat's agility and grace.
Oh, shit.
The way the bobcat effortlessly clears the gap is simply remarkable, and the sight of this elusive animal in action is truly a treat. A creepy sculpture. The streets of Bilbao were abuzz with shock and awe, as residents woke up to a startling sight: a statue of a young girl appearing to drown in the river Nervión. The heart-wrenching piece of art was created by Mexican artist Ruben Orozco Loza, who named it Bahar, meaning tomorrow in Basque. The artist hoped to spark conversations and raise awareness about sustainability and climate change. But even with good intentions behind it, the statue could be quite a shock to unsuspecting people who come across it in the middle of the night or in an unexpected situation. A 600-years-old statue. Recently in China, 3 ancient statues were uncovered from the Yangtze River. Seems like the river levels were lower than usual due to heat waves and droughts, and these statues were just chilling on the bottom waiting to be found. It's estimated that these statues are about 600 years old and could date back to the Ming and Qing dynasties. And get this, apparently these sculptures were considered a good omen for people floating by them on boats. Who knew statues could bring good luck? But seriously, it's always cool to see what kind of history is hiding just beneath the surface of our rivers and lakes. A mummy. It's been over 2,000 years, and researchers have uncovered a ton of stuff from the bogs of northern Europe. Tools, weapons, and even human remains have been found, but one discovery in particular is spooky. Clearing a trench in a bog, they stumbled upon a mummified man from ancient times. His skin was preserved, almost becoming leathery from the marsh conditions, but his bones calcified as usual. The old crawling man, as he's known, has been chilling in the bog for hundreds of years, but how he got there and died is still a mystery. Some experts say he was sacrificed in a ritual, but there's no solid evidence. Who knows what other secrets the marshes of Europe are hiding? A massive river. We've all been there trying to figure out the easiest way to get from point A to point B, and this bulldog is no exception. In this video, we see the furry fella struggle with finding a safe route across a seemingly huge river. He goes back and forth, left and right, trying to find the easiest path. But the wooden plank provided for him proves to be a challenge. But with a determined spirit and a lot of effort, the bulldog eventually musters up the courage to cross the plank and make it to the other side. A raging river of mud. It was a few years ago when a raging river of mud swept through the town of Chosica, located just 47 kilometers from the capital Lima. The devastating force of the mud and water sent car-sized boulders crashing through the town, leaving behind a trail of destruction. The country's main highway was blocked, and the residents were left struggling to clear up the debris. The cause of the disaster was 2 hours of intense rain that loosened the boulders and sent them crashing down the river. The floodwaters smashed through brick walls, carried cars, animals, and furniture through the streets of Chosica, causing widespread damage. A giant salamander. The Japanese giant salamander, known as the world's third largest amphibian, holds a mysterious reputation as the river guardian. Despite its fish-like appearance, these creatures have 2 hands and a creepy look, weighing up to 55 pounds and reaching nearly 5 feet in length. They are a natural force to be reckoned with both on land and in water. Unfortunately, these intimidating monsters are now an endangered species, and Japanese officials are taking measures to protect the few remaining giants. These river giants, with their immense strength, are not creatures one would want to cross paths with, but it's important to keep them safe for future generations. The Shigir Idol. If you stumbled upon a piece of wood in a river, you might think it's just random debris and not give it a second thought. But what if I told you that the Shigir Idol is the oldest wooden artifact from the Stone Age? Discovered by gold miners on January 24, 1890, the idol was found buried 13 feet underground in Shigir. Scientists have different theories about the origin of this carving. Some believe it stood tall over a now extinct lake, while others see it as a totem pole. Regardless, the Shigir Idol has challenged our understanding of early ritual art by hunter-gatherers, showcasing their depth of creativity before the advent of farming. Mata Mata Turtle. The Mata Mata, a freshwater turtle native to South America's Orinoco Basin and Amazon River, is a sight to behold. Its large triangular head with a horned snout is reminiscent of the dinosaurs, and its average weight of over 33 pounds only adds to its formidable presence. Tit is a master of disguise, blending in with its surroundings as its head resembles fallen leaves and its shell resembles tree bark. When prey swims by, this turtle opens its wide mouth to create a vacuum, drawing the fish in before expelling the excess water and swallowing it whole. The tigerfish. Tigerfish found in African rivers are a force to be reckoned with. Did you know they can jump up to 6 feet out of the water to grab prey? And their teeth are so sharp, local tribes use them as arrow tips. They are also known for their fierce predatory instincts and have been known to take down prey larger than themselves. These unique fish have a distinctive stripe pattern, earning them the name tigerfish. Next time you're near an African river, keep an eye out for these amazing creatures. A mysterious creature. Get ready for some mystery and intrigue as we dive into the world of strange creatures. Recently, baffling footage surfaced of a massive 4-meter-long sea monster washed upon the shores of Acapulco, Mexico. The creature's rotting flesh left beachgoers stunned and sparked a heated debate about what exactly it could be. Is it a long-lost species, or something straight out of the depths of our imagination? What do you guys think? Cottonmouth snake. Cottonmouth snakes, also known as water moccasins, are a fascinating species found in rivers and other bodies of water across the southern United States. These snakes get their name from the white interior of their mouths, which they display as a warning to predators. But don't be fooled by their intimidating appearance. Cottonmouths are also expert swimmers and can hold their breath for up to an hour underwater. They're also known to be fierce hunters, using their strong jaws to grab and hold onto prey before devouring it whole. So next time you're near a river, keep an eye out for these intriguing creatures and their unique adaptations for survival. A bizarre discovery. Diving into the depths of the river, two people stumbled upon a heart-stopping discovery. They found a crashed airplane, its fuselage worn and rusted, its paint chipped away by the harsh sea elements. The sight was haunting and intriguing, leaving the divers wondering what could have caused the aircraft to fall from the skies. The mystery deepened when they noticed that the pilots were still in their seats, skeletons frozen in time within the remains of the aircraft. It's unclear what exactly caused the tragedy and what led to their final moments, but one thing is for sure, they faced a gruesome fate. There's speculation that it might have been a staged event, pulled off by some mischievous teenagers, but the truth remains a mystery. Monster leech. The Kinabalu giant red leech, also known as the Dracula of the leech world, is a fascinating creature found in the rivers of Borneo. This giant leech can grow up to 10 inches long and has a bright red color that makes it stand out. But what's even more interesting is its feeding habits. The Kinabalu giant red leech feeds on the blood of mammals and birds, making it a true Dracula in the leech world. Despite its intimidating appearance, it's not dangerous to humans, and it's actually a protected species in Borneo. So, if you're ever in the area and come across one of these giant red leeches, consider yourself lucky to have witnessed such a unique and intriguing creature. Poison dart frogs. The poison dart frog is a small but mighty creature, with its vibrant colors ranging from bright blues and greens to yellow and black. Predators know not to mess with it. These frogs can be found in the lush jungles of the Amazon, inhabiting moist lowland forests that are either subtropical or tropical. It's no surprise that the poison from native tribes' arrows was made from the toxins of the poison dart frog, hence the name. The poison is so potent that it can kill 20 adult men and is made up of several potent substances with important medical uses, such as a painkiller 200 times stronger than morphine, heart stimulants, and substances that reduce hunger. Shark gives birth. It's a sad scene when a group of beachgoers stumbled upon a pregnant shark washed ashore. While they might have thought they were helping, the reality is far from it. As they pulled out the baby sharks, they handled them carelessly, tossing them in the air and onto the rough sand and water. The way they treated the mother shark was also disturbing, squeezing her like she was a toy. It's important to remember that these animals deserve respect and care, even if they're considered predators. It's heartbreaking to think about the potential harm that was inflicted on these innocent creatures. Let's hope they all survived, and that we can learn from this situation to have compassion for all animals. The subscriber's pick. This image was uploaded on Facebook and is causing a stir online. Residents of Kalimantan Island claim to have seen a snake 80 meters long, which is hard to believe considering the largest snake on record, the ancient giant Titan boa, was only 15 meters long. Some experts believe the photo may be edited, or the measurement may have been exaggerated, as the average length of a python is around 6 meters. Do let us know what you guys think. Tree fishing. A surprise caught the eye of a young boy as he was picking water lilies by the pond. He noticed some unusual movements in a nearby rotting log, which led him to a surprising discovery. To his amazement, he found fish jumping out of the log. As he approached the log, he found countless fish trapped inside. Although it may seem strange to the boy, This is actually a unique and traditional fishing method used in many Asian countries. A hollow log filled with husk fiber is placed in the river, attracting fish seeking food and shelter. These fish then become trapped in the log, providing a quick and efficient way to catch a large number of fish. Well, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for getting updates related to our latest videos.